Assalamualaikum guys, Irfan back again with another video. This time we are going to be doing something a little interesting. We are going to see how we could use Microsoft Excel and the command prompt to change file names. What we have here is 41 Excel files, with the numbers at the beginning, and then followed by the underscore, and then the name itself. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and see if we can. What we need to do is actually is get rid of these numbers here and the underscore, and just let be left with this with the name itself. Like for example, this would be just Billy the Kid. This would be just the Zone, Acme Pizza, Wayne and John, and so on and so forth. So we'll see how we could. If you were to change this manually, it's going to be a very tedious, time-consuming job and error-prone. And this is this is just 41 files. Say for example, if you had to do it for like 1,000 or 2,000 files, obviously then that changing it manually would not even be possible. So what we need to do is we need to come up with a way to automate the renaming, and that's what we're going to show in this video today. The trick is that where the name actually starts, just before that we need to have a delimiter, meaning we need to know exactly when the name starts. Like for example, in this case, just before the name you have the underscore. So anything before that, the underscore, anything before that, we can get rid of. So that's what we are going to show today. So let's get started. The first thing what you do is we open up the command prompt. The way you do that is hold down the Windows key and hit R, and then CMD for command. So this is your command prompt. Let me just zoom in. Excuse me. Now let's just change to the directory that we have these files in. Okay. Now normally what you do is in the Windows, when you want to look at the contents of a folder, you just double click on that, and it's the contents are displayed on the screen. Now when you are working with the DOS with the command prompt or the DOS prompt, what you have to manually type in commands to do everything that you want it to do. When you want to look at the contents of a folder, what you do is you use the directory command, so short for dir for short for directory, and you hit enter, and that's the list of files that are in this folder. But that's not what we want to do. We want actually to have this list go to a file, a text file, and then we'll work on that text file. So the way you do that is dir space greater than, and space, say for example we want to go list.txt. Now this greater than symbol, that's also called the pipe symbol. What that means is it means where you want the output going to. Instead of coming on the screen, showing you on the screen, you can have it redirected to a different place. In the olden days, when you had printers connected directly, you used to have printer ports and had printers plugged in directly into the printer port. You could actually print stuff by using this pipe command and say greater than and LPT1, for example, line printer 1. But here what we are doing is we are actually sending the output of the directory command to a text file. We just call it list.txt. Okay, there you go. Now if you just look at the directory on screen using again just the directory command, you see that the file is there now. We're done with this DOS prompt for now. Let's minimize this, and I'll zoom out. That's your file sitting here. Let me just open that and show you on in the notepad. Now this column here, that's the date, the creation date, creation time, size, and the file names. And like I explained, we are only interested in this portion here, and we want to get rid of this part here. Now this may be longer or shorter for different files, but that's the general idea. Anything the underscore, anything left of the underscore needs to be gotten rid of. So So now let's fire up our Excel, Microsoft Excel. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll open the list file. Now it's saying it gives you two options because this is a text file that we are opening, so it gives you a text import visit. Now it gives you two options: delimited and fixed width. We'll go with the fixed width because, like I showed you, the columns. Or let's just open that file again. Let me just see. This is of equal width all the way down. This is of equal width all the way down. Similarly, this is equal width all the way down. So that's what we mean by when we say fixed width. Okay. Now, when you're just importing, it converts those columns into columns of Excel, and these lines are where the columns are going to be. Now this guy here will move it across just one bit, so there are no spaces before the file names. Hit next and finish. So that is the text file that we imported into Excel. Now we can get rid of this portion here. That's of no use to us. And at the bottom we can get rid of this portion and these first five columns because we don't need them. We are only interested in the file names. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll first need to figure out where the underscore is. The way we do that is we use the search command function. Okay, find text. What do you want to find? Within the double parentheses, the underscore, and where you want to find this text, you want to find it within this cell here. So in this case, the underscore is on the 15th position, and if I just copy paste that format down by double clicking on it, it shows you in this case the underscore is on the 16th position, the 16th, the 15th. In this case is on the 13th position. So now we know where the underscore is. So anything to the right of these is where the name is. That's why what we are interested in. So now what we'll do is we'll extract the name using this the location of the underscore. So we'll use right. Essentially what we're doing is we are taking all the characters from the right of the right end of the cell, and where the length of the number of characters we want to grab is going to be the length of this whole text minus this location of the underscore. Okay, so length of this minus the location of the underscore. Close. So you see how we were using that. I'm just going to copy paste this format down. Using the right function, we were able to just only grab characters from this point onwards. All right. So now what we need to do is we need to have Excel put together a rename command that will run in the DOS prompt or in the command prompt. Okay, so that will go here. We go concatenate, open pen double quotes, rename, space. Now these may have, some of them have spaces, so we need to put them in quotes. So we have already used double quotes for the concat, so we'll use single quote here. Okay, double quotes, comma, the original file name. Okay, double quotes, single quote, double space. You can go do the single space, but I always do a double space so there are more space. The separation is more, it's easier to read. Okay, then single quote, double quote, comma, double quotes, single quote, double quote, close parenthesis. Okay, so you see, rename this guy, the old name to this new name. All right, so we've got that done so far. Now what we'll do is we'll highlight everything, copy and paste as value, and we'll get rid of these 3 cells. We don't need them anymore. Excuse me. So now this is what we'll run in the command prompt, but we need to just change one thing. First, what we need to do is we need to export this back as a text file. So we do save as, and let's call it, and this time the extension we'll use is BAT, batch file. Now batch file is kind of like an executable for DOS. Save. Yes, I want to keep the same format, and I can now close. Now if you see this guy here, I'm just going to open that in the notepad and see. Now what we need to do is these single quotes need to be changed to double quotes, because the command prompt wants them to be double quotes, not single quotes. So we'll go edit, replace single quote, and do a double quote, replace all. All right, and save. All right, now the final step, the moment of truth. You just double click and that will essentially run this batch file, and when it runs, it's going to go through each line, each rename command, and rename those files. So double click and boom, all those files have been renamed. So that's how you would use the command prompt and Excel to rename file names in bulk, and we only did it for 41 files. So you could essentially run this for thousands and thousands of files, and this will go through each one of them and rename accordingly. Or you can even append. In this case, we took out those numbers. And what you could also do is have it append characters like the date or time make it part of the file name or whatever. So that's essentially how you would use the command prompt and Excel to rename files. If you like this video, please kindly give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe. Thank you.